Merrimack Valley. What ties us all together here is the Merrimack River. This powerful waterway has been drawing humankind to live along its shores for centuries. Welcome to this special edition of the Haverhill Journal. I'm Lindsay Paris. When thinking about the Merrimack, you may recall the industrial powerhouse of the 19th and 20th centuries, or perhaps the polluted waterway of 50 years ago. However, in the 21st century, this river has so much more to offer. Today, we're going to show you some of the exciting and the surprising, a side of the Merrimack you've never seen before.
Henry David Thoreau called it a silver cascade which falls all the way from the White Mountains to the sea. And today, the Merrimack River retains its beauty and serenity after overcoming decades of ups and downs. The Merrimack begins in central New Hampshire and winds 117 miles south to the Atlantic Ocean in Newburyport. The Merrimack River watershed encompasses 5,000 square miles and is home to almost 2.6 million people. There has never been more positive activity happening on the lower Merrimack than there is right now. Organizations are working to both protect the river and provide accessible opportunities for everyone to get out and enjoy a fun day on the water.
Learning to sail, paddleboat, or row is a dream of many of us, but who knew that it was so accessible right here on the Merrimack? One of the river's true hidden gems is the Greater Lawrence Community Boating Program, based here at the Bishara Boathouse in South Lawrence. Thousands of kids and adults learn water sports here every summer, including me. Executive Director Jed Kaler took us out on the water to see the Community Boating Program in action.
I love the program in general. Boating or sailing around the water most of the day.
I like sailing and paddleboarding here. Those are my two favorite things. I thought it was literally the best camp ever.
Her mom came up to me and she was like, "Do you want to do a boating program with them?" And I was like, sure. And now I don't want to leave. So.
Yeah, it's probably like the funnest thing I've done this summer.
This is the funnest place on earth. Well, besides Disneyland.
My name is Jed Kaler. I'm the Executive Director of the Greater Lawrence Community Boating Program. Greater Lawrence Community Boating Program is a nonprofit community boathouse here on the Merrimack River, opened in 1979. Our membership is open to anybody. It's not just for the city of Lawrence or the Merrimack Valley. Any family that wants to come, we welcome to come down. A lot of people come down and do kayaking, or they go sailing, stand-up paddleboarding, and now we just added GLS, Greater Lawrence Sailing. We also have a crew and rowing program. We have regularly 130 to 140 kids in the rowing program, and it's a high school club sport. One of the goals of our program is to help with a better future. Our kids have received partial scholarships or full scholarships to some of the greatest schools in the country. Notre Dame, Alabama, Holy Cross, Northeastern BU, BC. Georgetown loves our kids. We also have an adult master's rowing program. So we have Adult Learn to Row, which is any adult that's out there that just looks out on the river and sees a rowing shell and says, "I wish I could try that." So you come down, you join the Adult Learn to Row, you try the rowing barge, and then you graduate to the team, or you can just continue to row for recreation and getting a workout.
You might think all of these programs come with a hefty price tag. Think again. The GLCBP keeps their memberships and lessons accessible to all with the help of grant awards and other community support.
The membership is, and I think a lot of people are gonna say, whoa, when they hear this. It's $50 per youth for the entire summer. Not per week, but for the entire summer. So with that membership, they get 3 weeks of sailing lessons as part of the membership. And then it's after the 3 weeks, every 3 weeks of sailing is $25 extra. That's it. If you're an adult, it's $100. And if you want to do a family membership, that's $175 for the entire summer for up to 6 people in your household. And that's for the whole summer, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And all the equipment that you see, all the boats are first come, first serve. So you have canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboarding, which is all the rage right now. And then you have the sailboats, and you have all different kind of sailboats. We're lucky with the organizations and the partnerships that we have in and around the Merrimack Valley in general. We were lucky enough last year to receive a grant from the Cummings Foundation for $100,000. And that was to buy equipment, especially sailboats, to start a sailing team. We're very, very lucky. We have grant organizations that want to make a difference in the lives of others. We serve a lot of at-risk youth, low income. It's all about them learning how to control something that's bigger than them. And you let a child control a boat that's as big as a car, and they learn how to do that with the wind. The self-esteem that grows out of that they then take into the classroom is amazing. It's one of the biggest things that we see down here.
How have you enjoyed this boating program this summer?
I've enjoyed it a lot with the sailing program, the paddleboarding, kayaking, dock jumps.
Yeah, I think sailing also really fun. Just being on the water on like a windy day, just tipping and all. It's really fun.
I think it's a good idea for people to come here so then they can still learn more and so they can have an awesome time as well, having fun, sailing out on the water.
Thousands of children and families have come to the Boathouse for summer programs, sailing lessons, and crew and rowing classes and teams. What keeps them coming back year after year? The lasting friendships and memories made here in this spot that feels like it's a world away from the bustle of the city.
I think the word that is used the most is a hidden gem. A lot of people come and go, I had no idea you were here. We're only about 2 to 3 miles from the city of Lawrence. Yet when you get here, it feels like you drove 2 hours to Lake Winnipesaukee, and you get that refreshing feeling of, wow, this is great.
So I've been coming here for 5 years. Now I'm a CIT and I'm trying to get a job next year. Some people, when they first come here, they're kind of shy, but once they are here for a week or two and they get used to it, they normally have a great time. My favorite thing about coming here is probably sailing and getting to know a bunch of new people from everywhere around Massachusetts. Without coming here, I probably wouldn't know many of the people who I consider friends now.
We live in an adjacent town, and we've lived there for quite some time, and this is the first we've heard of it, and they're so great and welcoming. We're bummed we found it at the end of the summer, but we're excited for next summer. It's a great resource for the communities and to teach them about water safety and just boating and just a nice community.
Their busiest season may be summer, but the Greater Lawrence Community Boathouse is open all year long for athletic and recreational opportunities.
We have seasons throughout the entire year. Going into the fall, we have the sailing racing team, and we have the crew and rowing program, September 1st through November 15th. Starting November 15th, we have the winter rowing program, which is an all-indoor program for youth and adults separately. But they work out on machines and weights and stretching and nutrition. In the spring, we open March 1st. And when I say we open March 1st, as long as it's not snowing, kids are back on the water. And then we open the summer sailing and boating and everything program around June 15th every single year. So there's a couple ways you can learn about the program. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Greater Lawrence Community Boating Program, Inc. You can go to our website, which is boatingprogram.com. If you really want to get the details, call anytime and I can answer any questions on how we can adapt the program to help your family. We'll meet each and every individual family and talk to them about their children or their lives and figure out how to best make it a great experience for them.
One of the best ways to explore the river is by kayak. Plum Island Kayak here in downtown Newburyport and also now at the Haverhill City Docks offers a way to see the river like you've never experienced it before.
My name is Ken Taylor and I'm the owner and founder of Plum Island Kayak. We started the business in 2003, so we're coming up on, this is our 18th season. I get a lot of people that have only seen the Merrimack River from downtown Newburyport perspective. And they're always curious, what does it look like out there? Well, the river's 117 miles long, and there's a lot of different aspects and points of view that you can get on the river. Once you get out of downtown, some areas are pristine, it's beautiful, it's quiet.
We are out here on the Merrimack River, me and Zach, Plum Island Kayak tour guide. He's taken me out, showing me the sights. So Zach, what's it like to be a tour guide out here in Newburyport?
I mean, as you can tell on a day like today, it's pretty nice. The weather's good, people are friendly, getting a little exercise. In previous years, we do tons of guided tours. This year, due to COVID and trying to keep groups down, we've done a lot of kind of guided rentals where we put out individuals, we plan a trip for them, we'll drop them off on a certain spot, and based on the current, we'll drop them off and pick them up and kind of plan the perfect trip for everybody.
So what are some of the most popular tours that you guys do down here?
I'd say probably the most popular tour is going through the Plum Island Salt Marsh. It's a very tidal marsh that it's pretty special to this area. It goes right along the ocean. It goes between Newberry and Ipswich. The Haverhill stretch of the river is one of my favorite parts. In between downtown Haverhill and Rocks Village Bridge, you can see a lot of cool things. I saw last time a couple bald eagles, some family of swan. The current doesn't move so fast, so it's a very safe, fun, and beautiful part of the river that, for kayaking especially, is perfect. We have one shop in downtown Newburyport, and we have another shop up in Haverhill, which is about 16 miles upriver. Me and my dad commute in with each other in a car, and then I take my jet ski upriver, and pretty much have the most beautiful commute to work, back and forth, that you can possibly imagine.
What is your favorite thing about kayaking, being out here on the open water? What do you love about it?
I love exercising. I love being out, part of nature. It's a very euphoric feeling when you're done, getting a little exercise and just really enjoying what's really important in life. So.
The old saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And here at the Clean River Project, they found an innovative new way to turn garbage into gold.
Clean River Project is a non-profit group that's been around for going on 16 years. Clean up the Merrimack River, that's the drinking water for a lot of these communities. And we're out here every day pulling back the abuse that goes on in the river. When COVID-19 hit, we started collecting a lot of stuff. So to bring awareness to the public how much is in that river, instead of cars and stuff like the big stuff, we wanted to bring back all the small stuff. Like with all the bikes coming out of the river, we decided to start to upcycle. These were going to the dump, to the junkyard, wherever. But what we wanted to do was give back to the community, and what a creative way to raise money for the river, and also make these look pretty. We actually give them to the staff and the volunteers, and they take them home and they make them look like this. Amazing.
I was very concerned about the state of the river, and I had been making posts online, taking pictures and posting, how can we clean the river? And then I somehow stumbled across something on Facebook about the Clean River Project, so I started getting more involved with that. I absolutely love this project because it gives me creative freedom, and because it also helps to save the river and protect the wildlife as well. We had started collecting more bikes, and we decided we were going to start spray painting them and repurposing them, and then trying to get people to purchase them and donate the money so that we could raise more money for Clean River, because we need more money to help save the Merrimack. This is our mermaid bike, and I thought it would be really fun to do something, since I love mermaids and I also love the water. I really love the color blue and purple, and I thought it would be appropriate to do something, since we want to try and protect the river and it flows into the ocean. I thought that would be a nice theme.
Hey, for those folks who've been watching me for 15 years, you notice I wear these boots. So yeah. I've had so many laying around that I asked the public what we do with them. And they said make flower arrangements out of them. So we washed them, we foam filled them, they're full of foam, and basically we gave them to the staff and volunteers, and they came back with these, and they're beautiful.
These are gorgeous, and what a creative way to use them up, right?
Yes.
So how much do you sell these for?
They're $50.
Okay, and people can use them for centerpieces or put them in the garden, or?
Exactly. On their stairs at home, bring them to their office, and it has a story. These boots have been up and down the river cleaning the environment, so they have a story with them, and there's little notes written on the bottom from the volunteers and so forth.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people who don't get a chance to go out on the river may have a misconception that it's dirty and it's gross, but when you're out on the boats, it's just absolutely breathtaking. There's so much wildlife. You see all kinds of beautiful things, and it's just gorgeous being out on the water with the breeze all the trees, and it's a very freeing feeling. And then to be able to be out there and to actually clean and pull things out, it's just, it makes you feel so good, like you are really helping and contributing, you know? It's a wonderful feeling.
I've done this for 12 years without a pay, and I've seen the abuse. I've seen it when I was a little kid watching stuff float by, and it's just in my blood. I love the wildlife. I love the geese. I love the swans. I love watching the fish, the birds, you know, nature, being out there and just hearing the wind, looking at the water, looking at the fish swimming by. It's just, you know, it's worth it. Every day I'm out there cleaning, it's worth it.
As you've seen today, the Merrimack is a really special place, so don't miss your opportunity to get out and enjoy it. That wraps up our Merrimack River edition of the Haverhill Journal. I'm Lindsay Paris. Looking forward to seeing you next time.